did I become a scientist? I feel it's always been in me in a sense, and I was speaking earlier about an experience as a child which sticks in my memory, which is being down Rye Lane with my mother as, I don't know, 5 or 6 year old one evening, and looking up into the sky and seeing the moon and the stars and thinking to myself, what's going on up there? I wonder what that's all about. Does it end? That kind of question came to mind. And I discovered later I was pretty good at maths. This is when I joined the technical school for watchmaking and instrument making. I did a test and I got something like 99% or something like this. Oh, that's good. And then later, when the school had been moved into the comprehensive system, and I remember the maths teacher standing up and giving the first lesson on Euclidean geometry. And started now, I was absolutely bowled over by this. He started off with 3 or 4 axioms, very simple things, and he put a huge superstructure and logical structure on top of it, and it caught my imagination. But again, at that point I was in a rather notorious, rather rough comprehensive school, and there was no way I could take that on professionally, and it never even occurred to me. I left that school thinking I was going to be an instrument maker. Maybe I was making surgical tools or something, or maybe if things worked out well I might become a metallurgist. And it was not until I started studying in doing my A-levels that I realised, yes, well, maybe there's a university career at the end of this. I've always been interested in fundamentals. Where does the universe end? What's happening between the Planck constant and the size of quarks, 24 orders or something, orders of magnitude? There's something going on there which we don't understand. Why are there only 4 fundamental forces in nature? That kind of question always fascinated me, and basically I did better at mathematics in the examinations than I did at physics, and that led me to concentrate on mathematics and get interested in it, and that's what I applied for when I went to university. Quite frankly, I think I would have been a better physicist or theoretical physicist than a mathematician, and I've never considered myself a statistician. It's just something I've had to do as part of the job, as it were, and I don't find it's really fundamental. Well, it does have some interesting aspects to it, but no, I never really. I'm still a member of the Royal Statistical Society, but it doesn't really grab me, and I really don't really want to know about all this technical stuff. No. Just a little rider to this. My son is Professor of Applied Mathematics at Heriot-Watt University, and I look at him and I thought, no, it's not quite right. He should be Professor of Pure Mathematics and doing the real stuff, looking at the fundamental theory of numbers or whatever it might be.